So what's going on, guys? My name's Violent. Welcome to REELS, and I've just entered the director's cut, and I'm now one of the players that can have special rewards when I come into a game with normal players. Now I gotta give credit where credit is due. Little Man and The Warrior did help me tremendously on this Easter egg. We all beat it together, and prior to this, for two different games, Dino93 and Grizz Ownage helped me, but we did fail. All of them will be linked in the description box below, but if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe, and in the comment section, let me know that you're new. So, just to name some of the features that you're going to be seeing, you're going to be able to R1 and toggle the director's cut feature. I'm going to zoom in right here so you can see that. It will toggle next to the map so you can actually know what you're selecting. It's really cool, and this is how you apply the special rewards, at least if you're a director's cut player. Now, there were some new patch notes that we're going to be covering as well in this video. Some of the things were addressed that a lot of you guys probably have questions about. Oh, the excruciating pain of failure. Now, I know most of you out there have felt that pain, and let alone have had to restart all over again. I did 3 times before I actually beat it here tonight. This is pretty much the last night that I could beat it. I do have 9 Garth Brooks shows that I'm about to be doing backstage, doing a little bit of bar backing, so it's going to be taking up a lot of my time, but I will have videos prepared for you guys. Just right now, I'm going to be showing you the actual completion when we went into the boss fight, and what kind of went on, and some of the things that we experienced, and any tips I can give you. Right off the bat, there's going to be 4 Rhinos. Now, these Rhinos you can take down fairly easily if you have Kindles. The Kindle 44 upgraded. As you guys know, if you've played this game and been around, at least on my channel for a little while, you know that the Kindles are OP, and they've been OP on every single map. So if you can get those from the Magic Wheel, because that's the only place you can get it, you start with an OSA on this map. So you will need to get yourself some Kindle 44s if you want to seriously succeed in this boss round. Now let's talk about some Fate and Fortune cards that you should come in prepared with. Rising Phoenix, so you can get your teammates up. It's very important, and one that every single person should apply, because you will find a moment where things seem very, very desperate, and you will need to pop that sucker, and 9 times out of 10, it will be a lifesaver for the whole team. So put that on, and it'll come in clutch at some moment in time. Now the other one is Hide and Seek, because there are computers that you'll have to activate, and the step that you're seeing right now, we're prepping for that to occur. Hide and Seek can also serve for another purpose, and that is when 2 of your teammates are down, maybe 3 of your teammates are down, and you are the last guy left. If you pop Hide and Seek, you can revive all of them, and none of the enemies will be able to see you and attack you during that moment. This is also a good time when you actually want to activate the computers to pop Hide and Seek, because you'll be invisible to all enemies. All players will. So it's just a beneficial card to have overall, and I think that is one that most people, if you got them at least, it is a fortune card, should apply to your inventory. One thing I should note is that there is a machine attached to the roof here, and that machine does shoot a laser. Now this can harm you if you're in the direct path of the laser, and I've caught myself being victim to that quite a few times. So I just wanted to give you guys a fair warning that the laser can diminish your health quite a bit, and you can be like one hit by some of these cryptids, which sucks to happen, but it's definitely something that you might come across. I just wanted to let you guys know about that. A video that I'm planning on making coming up in the future is this box right here, this ammo crate box. That ammo crate box you can keep coming back to and actually getting unlimited ammo. So for those of you who are using all of the ammo, just know that in the actual boss fight, they've now included an unlimited ammo box for us to go to. It looks like a chest, that's why it's so damn cool, but this is a new thing that we've never seen in any boss fight before. Let me know down in the comment section what you're thinking of the unlimited ammo crate that we can keep going to. I think it's amazing. Now at some point, Rhinos are going to spawn in, and those Rhinos are pretty mean and vicious, so you're just going to want to keep running, okay? Lay down as much DPS as you can, but you're on a time limit. Ultimately, 3 minutes and 30 seconds is how long you need to survive, because if you go down and you don't have the actual Skull Hacker complete already, we do. That's why you're seeing every time we go down and we're revived, we can get picked back up and still have all our perks. That is because we've completed Skull Hacker already. Well, we used the new Fate and Fortune card called Skull Hacker and beat the Ghosts and Skulls on this map. Skull Buster, I think is what it's called. But if you haven't already noticed in the gameplay, the computers are now lit up. We're talking currently about the computers being lit up, and we're sort of doing a countdown. Right now it's 3, 2, 1, hit the computer. Everyone hits it at the same time. Now from my experience and our experience here in the gameplay, we've decided that everyone needs to do a 3 count when you hit the computers at the same time. It works just like many other Easter eggs where everyone has to do some sort of step at the same time. Everyone will hit the 3 different computers if you're doing 3-player, 2-player, 2 different computers, and whatnot. Now, this ammo crate, like I said, keep coming back to it if you're getting low, but pick and choose your moments, because you can actually die in there very easily if you're not choosing the right moments to go in there. Use your teammates to your advantage. They can help you and guard you. And after all players have hit their computers, be sure to check the middle computer. You'll be able to activate it at a certain point, and a countdown of 99 will begin. That countdown of 99, you'll need to survive and hold down, just like you have been already, but a lot of different cryptids are going to be spawning in, many different variants. Make sure you're making your moves and attacks very, very cautiously. You do not want to go down here. Now, if you do, use your Phoenix Ups, man. That's why I told you to put it on to begin with, because if you get in a situation like we just saw, where 2 players go down and you're the last one left, there's not many things that you can do. Now, you can make a huge train around. This is something I'm going to recommend, and go for the target that all of them are away from you the furthest, alright? So the first guy I didn't want to revive because I knew I was going to run into trouble. I can't stress enough to lead your zombies far enough away before you make the revive. Don't be the guy who's going to shortcut it and complain later that you didn't clutch it in time and you did something wrong, okay? Now, to prevent you from doing something wrong, it's very simple. Just keep training until you find an open moment. And that is how great zombie players get revives in the heat of the moment. Don't rush it right away, plan it strategically, and come back. Now, that is something that you're going to have to get down, because it very well can be the downfall of a very good round. And it does seem like this 99 seconds lasts forever, so the better stamina you have throughout all this, you maintain your composure, you gather ammo at the proper moments, you're going to succeed. And if your teammates are all on point and your communication is good, that's what you want. I wouldn't say join a random lobby with guys without mics, especially in DLC 4, because you're not going to survive this boss fight without good communication. And the Rhinos are going to come from everywhere in the most random spots, and they're very powerful. Their one hit can almost take you down with Jug and all perks. But you can survive a lot with having the Ghosts and Skulls done already. So that is one of the biggest recommendations I have, to get that done early. I don't know, round 2 to round 7. Go ahead and do the Ghosts and Skulls. Complete it with Skull Hacker. Somebody's bound to have a Skull Hacker in your group. I mean, of 4 people opening supply drops, somebody is going to have a Skull Hacker on hand, and that's going to give you the infinite perks that when you go down, they're called perma perks, like permanent perks. Now, as you can see in the gameplay, the countdown is moving down to 0. And I have 2 players down, but what I need to accomplish is I need to hit that computer. And I realize that a lot of my paths are being taken. I'm out of my Phoenix Up. It's time to hit that computer and keep booking it, man. But what happens when you hit the computer is all of them despawn. And that is the great thing about this step. When they despawn, what you're doing is summoning 2 blue Rhinos, and these are the bosses of this entire boss fight. Now, the room will be silent for a long time, but while you have this downtime, try to refill your ammo. I got lucky, and at the heat of the moment, I turned just in time as that blue Rhino was about to attack me. But as I said before, this video is full of clutch moments and ones that you guys can learn from. Slowly but surely, we will make our way and put enough DPS on these boss zombies. They're actually cryptids. They are, in fact, the largest cryptid, the most powerful cryptid in all of Extinction. Now, this is the crossover between Extinction and Infinite Warfare Zombies. I'm still not exactly sure where Samantha Cross is playing a role in this actual game. Maybe when I beat the Super Easter egg, I'll get more clarity on that fact. But DLC 4 is all about Extinction. We're seeing plenty of cryptids in here that's confirmed by Lee Ross, and I expect a little more information to come of this and hear more about Samantha Cross's character and who exactly she's playing, because maybe I just missed that marker. Maybe you guys got it. Let me know down in the comments section, but I didn't hear much about Samantha Cross during this Easter egg. Now, these 2 super Rhinos, because that's ultimately what I want to call them, the super Rhinos of the map, are very difficult, and I said the DPS is insane that you have to lay down on these. Now, what does DPS mean? It's damage per second, and the Kindles work wonders during this step. And what's great is the ammo crate that's unlimited. Keep visiting that ammo crate, but pay attention to what's coming at you. These Rhinos will charge, and they will have no mercy. Now, at a certain point, more cryptids will spawn in. You're not seeing that quite yet, but at a certain point you will. And they come in certain packs. It's not like a ton of them are going to flood you during this boss fight. Now, this is the last section of the boss fight. You beat these 2 Super Rhinos, and that's when you'll award you the cutscene for DLC 4. Now, I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview of what we're going to be doing in this Super Easter egg. It's something that I've come to terms with, and I've actually seen people that have beat it already. Pretty surprising how far we've gotten in such a short amount of time. But what can you expect? The Zombies community is full of geniuses. Honestly, these guys who play video games every day are very underestimated in the sense that we have much knowledge to be spread across the internet, and we could solve things at a very fast pace when working together. So do me a favor, guys, in the comment section right now, comment how far you've gotten in the DLC 4 boss fight. Have you been struggling, going down in crazy moments where you've just been blindsided and things you can't explain? I know I've struggled in many different circumstances, and I can sympathize with a lot of you guys on the difficulty with this boss fight. But I assure you the rewards at the end of this rainbow is very good. In fact, you start with $25,000 at the beginning of every single Zombies match from here on out, and you can use that to open up all the doors. You can double pack punch. You can do whatever you want with it. It's your 25 grand. Not to mention the magic wheel. What happens to the magic wheel? Well, what you do if you join a group of players that haven't beat the Director's Cut or have even entered the arena of becoming a Director's Cut player. They're just normal players trying to beat the normal Easter eggs. You bring a group of them into a game and you're the Director's Cut player. You change the magic wheel to single pack punch. Every single weapon is single pack-a-punched in the magic wheel that they pick up and you pick up. So definitely it's going to save you a lot of money. And you're going to start with unlimited perks, just like you're seeing now. If you go down, you'll have your perks forever. And you come back up and you got your perks, right? So it's definitely perma-perk nation if you got the Director's Cut, if you're a Director's Cut player. And there's also one other effect to the magic wheel that Director's Cut players do. And that is that they summon the wonder weapons in the map, and they are single pack-a-punched right off the bat. Now, I say that in the sense that they were, because post this game update that we've talked about at the very beginning of this video, there was an actual game update that happened right after we got update 1.20. Okay, now that game update did change a few things. When I went into Zombies in Spaceland, I did get the pistols, but the pistols weren't single pack-a-punched by any means. No, they were not. So I do think that they may have altered that, and I just wanted to update you guys because that might not be true anymore. At least for the wonder weapons, you might still have to go through an upgrading process. Now, over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be trying to produce some of the highest quality video content that I can here on the channel. I'm going to be going through a lot of different things, a lot of emotional imbalance as I'm going through these extremely rough hours. I'm going to be doing 12-hour days, and it's one of the times of the year, at least in South Dakota, where we get a pretty big celebrity, and it's Garth Brooks. Now, I'm not big into country music by any means, but it's a place where I work, and it's an event center, so we do host concerts a lot. It's cool that I'll see him because I did grow up listening to a little bit of his music, at least while my mom was cleaning. You know what I'm saying? So it might be kind of cool. I might get to meet the dude. If I do, you know, I'll try to get a picture, but no pictures are allowed. I could get fired. So I don't really think it's worth it. I've met celebrities in the past, just to name a few. Chad Michael Murray, Seth Rogen, and Doyo from the Hunger Games. Just on some independent movies I did after film school. Maybe something you don't know about me. That's why my video content is the way it is. I've had some training in the video arts. Just recently I compiled a wedding video that I'm very proud of. As long as I make them cry, I feel like I did my job. It's hard to say, but sad to say, but at the same time, if you make a bride and a groom cry by watching their wedding video, you know you did a good job. So that's primarily my goal. Even though it sounds bad, it is actually the way to determine if your work is good. But for sure, 100%, one of my favorite things to do in my off time is just kill zombies. Straight up, be a part of the Zombies community, and listen to what you guys got to say in the comment section below. I do reply to a majority of my comments. That's something I take very seriously and try very hard at. But let's take a look at what happens when you actually beat the Super Rhinos. Enjoy.
Done it! My goodness, you've finally done it!
Yeah, we've done it all right. We just got one more thing to do.
Unhand me this instant! Give me a moment to explain! Don't you understand what has taken place?
Shut up! We sick of you, your lies, and all this voodoo bullshit.
It's time for a taste of your own medicine, you sick bastard.
You have no idea the magnitude of what you're dealing with! You must listen, or all hope will be lost!
You know what to do, Poindexter.
Please, I beg of you, listen for a mere moment!
Zombies in Spaceland, now starring Willard Wyler.
Please, no! You'll only make matters worse than they already appear to be. Countless souls are at stake. We must work together. Ah!
Is this nightmare over? Are we finally free?
I don't care to find out. Let's just get the hell out of this place while we can.
It won't budge!
What in the hell won't it open?
What in the hell is going on, man?
Oh no. What have we done?
Come on, help! Somebody help!
You have served thy master well. Your death was merely the beginning.
So there you have it, the ending cutscene to DLC 4, The Beast from Beyond. Now the last thing that you have to do, which is the title of this video, is how to actually collect the golden film reels. Because that's ultimately what we're doing. Now, it's called The End is the Trophy with a question mark. And that is because we have a super Easter egg yet ahead of us that we're going to be solving. So if you've made it this far in your own personal journey out there plowing away in the field, welcome to the director's cut of Infinite Warfare Zombies. After you get the achievement, you might run around a little bit with your head cut off like a chicken, but rest assured, we do need to enter that projection room one last time. Now, if you do get ninja zombies like we did, use your Kindles. That's why I highly recommend Kindles, because it's going to be a good cheese for the boss. Now, it's not a really great cheese, but it's going to help you in the survival reasons of cheesing. I've tried this quite a few times already with every weapon except the Kindles. Not literally, but a lot of weapons, and I've only succeeded with the Kindles so far. Now, when you enter the projection room, you're going to walk up to the urn with the wall icons. Now, that bat thing that you're seeing there is called a talisman, and we're going to apply all the soul keys that we've collected so far, and what that's going to do is shoot over the golden reels onto the actual projector. Now, this is what's going to grant you all the effects that we've talked about and save the super Easter egg. So 100% to get into the director's cut, you need to complete this process after beating the main Easter egg in DLC 4. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen if you don't, or if it's going to save the next time you come into the projection room. I wouldn't risk it. Activate the talisman, apply the keys that you've been collecting into it, and summon the golden reels onto the projector. That's the main process that you need to complete, and I want to make that very, very clear, so everybody make sure that you do this in order to unlock the director's cut. I'm very afraid for the people that don't apply this step at the very end of the Easter egg, and I just wanted to make this video all about it and dedicate it to this scene right here that you're seeing in front of you, where it's applying to the actual projector. Now, I should note here that at the end, when we did end the match, what occurred on my end was something on the new game update. There was a failure, and it looked like I got kicked out right once the game ended. However, we had already applied the golden film reels to the projector. I had gotten the achievement for beating DLC 4, so everything was in the clear before this actual update error occurred. And because that happened, we're now going to move on to the next topic, which is you can see the 5th wall icon now under your emblem. So if you search under your emblems, you can see a really good image of this. You can also see it in your barracks. But we now have the 5th icon showing up in our actual menu system, which means that we have all of the soul keys. We've applied them to the talisman, and we're ready to move on to the director's cut. So upon entering Zombies in Spaceland, or any map for that matter, you're going to have 25,000 credit right off the bat. So you can use that any way you want. Now, I did talk about this earlier, but I wanted to save the best of the footage for last. This is what you're going to see in the director's cut if you've beaten DLC 4 and the Easter egg, moving into the Super Easter egg. Now, this is just a highlight of all the features. I'm not going to go into every single map and tell you what's changed, but what I will tell you is that you can upgrade the weapons right away, because the alien fuses are there by default now for the director's cut players. All of the weapons in the magic wheel are single pack-a-punched, so you can apply this to players that aren't director's cut players, and they will also feel the effects of this. So that is a really awesome feature, and I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. You can also get wonder weapons in the magic wheel. You don't have to assemble them. They will now appear just by default if you're a director's cut player. These are just features that enhance the gameplay, and there's even more yet to come. That's right. You can't upgrade, however. All of the wonder weapon pistols in Zombies in Spaceland come unpack-a-punched. Now, I can't confirm this for other maps, but what we're seeing in Zombies in Spaceland for sure isn't an upgraded pistol that you're getting from the magic wheel. In other maps, you might get upgraded bows, like in Raven the Redwoods, but for right now, that is what I wanted to bring to your guys' attention, and that we're going to be now hunting for talismans. I'll see you in the next one. Violent out.